Hi, I'm Amy. My husband is British, but he is an English teacher in China. So most time we live in China. Normally, we go back to visit our families in UK during his summer holiday or winter holidays. After I've been to UK for several times, I noticed lots of difference between my husband's village and the village where I was born. First, the village I was born in China is a very small village, but it's a very busy and noisy village. They have around 30,000 people live here, and we have around 10 main streets in the village. And every street is kind of like a shopping street. There has all kinds of shops, like veg shop, fruit shop, snack shops, clothes shop, and some medicine shop. Also, they have some little clinic. I was born in this kind of village. So the first time, I think it's just 10 years ago, 2014, my husband took me back to his home, a little typical village in UK. The village is really nice, quiet, and clean. But for me, it's really different because they have much less people live there compared to the village where I was born. My father-in-law's house is a nice bungalow, and his neighbor lives, I think, at least several meters away, not like the village I came from. The house just connect to each other. Sometimes you even can hear your neighbor talks in their house. Also for me, the houses in my husband's village is kind of like just a random build in the wild place. They have no orders at all. I mean, it's funny, it's interesting. You can walk through the village and have lots of fun because every house looks nice, especially every house's gate is different, has different decorations, and the garden looks different and nice as well. The second I found, yes, like I just mentioned about gardens. When I was in UK, I really like looking around the village to see the house, to see the gardens in front of them. Seems the people who live there really care the garden very much. It looks very tidy and lots of flowers. Looks very nice. But in China, in the village, we do have a little garden. In fact, I cannot call it garden. It's just a free land in front or inside the house. But most people I know, even my family, they grow vegetables like spring onion, something like this, because we think growing vegetable is more useful. This is very different with in the UK. The third thing is about the house as well. My village is a very busy village. Every house next to close to another house. So we are very close to our neighbor. We build the house by ourselves. I mean, we hire the workers to build. So when we build, we really take it serious. We put the nice bricks, the decorations outside of the house. And before we move in, we will choose some good furnitures. But I think that's it. As long as they don't break, seems we will never change the furniture inside the house and the outside of the house, as I remember. And I don't know any people I know really cleaned the outside of the house. That's why the house in our village looks kind of has some ages, even though they are not that old. The people here, we do not that really care about the look of the outside of the house. In the UK, I noticed it's different. I have seen some people will use the ladders or other tools clean outside of the house and the windows. And then my husband told me in the UK, normally around 2 years, the people will do the new decorations outside. Normally, it's changing the painting. Inside, they will change the furnitures. Maybe they will change a more comfortable sofa or other less use. But in China, most people I know, like I just said, as long as they don't break, they still can use, like the steel pan in the kitchen, like the washing machine and the TV. As long as they can be used, we won't change. I think this is just kind of life attitude. But I do prefer the British way, since the people have a more comfortable and relaxable life here. The last thing I want to share today is about the dog's poop. In the UK, the people really love dogs. Every family has 1 or 2 dogs, and they treat the dogs like child, like families. My father-in-law has a dog called Bob. He's one of the family members for 14 years. He is an old dog. But I have seen my father-in-law really treat him like a little boy. He prepared the nice food and some toys for Bob, and every day, twice, taking him outside have a walk. Also, I have seen some signs in the village on the street about warning people, if you don't pick up the dog's poop, you will get a 200-pound fine. That is really serious, but that's good. In China, we do have lots of dogs as well, especially these years. The pet scene is very popular, and most people, I have seen lots of people walking their dog on the street or in the park, even though the dogs are not allowed to the park. They have big signs, and some of them just ignore. And I always see some dogs poop on the street and the park. It's not a good feeling when you go out to a park, to a walk, to see lots of dogs poop. So I do hope the people who have dogs can really seriously treat this thing, thinking about others. That's all for today. I will share more in my next video. Hope you have a good day. See you.